I'm going to show you the last two tools here. I don't necessarily use these for my kids or on my website, like booking tools. So you can set up a way to book. If you're doing parent teacher conferences, you could set it up this way where they can get on and they can book a time to come in and visit. You can put your own um, booking in here. So you can say, I just click on it and it's going to run through and it does, hey, I'm preparing your layout. Hey, what do you want to see? They're going to optimize all your settings, and then it will pop up and we'll be ready to book people for parent teacher conferences. So we'll let that work for a minute. So once that booking is run, you can see that they add a lot of different categories on here. It can get a little complicated. It also adds a new page for you to book online. I would take most of these categories off and you could just do parent teacher conference. You could even book online like, hey, what's a good time for you to come in and volunteer in my classroom? So now you're starting to get a little bit more complicated into it, which is fine because you can click and you can take a lot of these elements off. Like if you don't want this, you can always right click and you can just undo it or you can take it off. So you're not going to need any of this, hey, service title. You're not going to need any of this book now stuff because you can go in and manage your services and you can get rid of some of that stuff where you're not going to need the $45 or anything like that. You're just going to need to set up times for them to do that. Now, this is getting into the realm of a little bit more intermediate to expertise on the website design and how they are going to go in and do that. So if you're not comfortable with that, I recommend don't do it. The big thing would be events. You're not going to worry about booking services because you're not really booking anything. So let me click out of here. But that's what you can use that tool for, is to go in there and do that. And then you have your Send Business tools. Here, you're not really going to use this much because this is if you're running your own business. So next thing I'm going to do is I want to go back to my lessons page that I was making from scratch. So let me click my lessons page here. Pages, my main pages. And I want to go into lessons. So now it's going to it's going to take me back to my lessons. So let's say I go in and I have my lessons and I'm good to go. I've put them in here. Everything's ready for my students. You can go in and you can preview the site. So it's going to preview here. It'll pop up a preview. This is what your students are going to see. Now, obviously, it's going to have more elements, and you may have some buttons off to the side, and you may even have a video in here, maybe even like a funny cartoon to hook like some of your high school students or your upper elementary and middle school students. You may have like a little, punny cartoon or whatever to hook them, and then you dive into maybe a video, and then maybe a video of you screencasting a lesson. Then after that, they have a PDF they can download. Your imagination is your tool. Whatever is conducive to your classroom environment and whatever is going to be best for your students. Not necessarily best for you because it's about them, but whatever's best for them. Now, if I'm happy with this and I say, hey, this is great, this is exactly what I want, I can publish. I can click publish and boom, it is live on the internet. I copy the link and I put it into Schoology or into my Google Classroom, whatever else, and it's good to go. If I'm not happy with it, hey, this isn't really aligned right here. This looks kind of funny. I just simply go back into my editor and I can do that. So that's a good way to go in and publish and even set up signups online. So I hope that helps, and I encourage you to use it if you want to get creative, and if you don't have a home to go to as far as like Schoology or Google Classroom or any of those other Blackboard. If you don't have one of those kind of environments to get to, then this would be a good place to have a good online environment for your classroom, for your parents and your students. So I encourage you to use it, and I hope that helps. Thanks.